Treasurer Wayne Swan is promising no frills when he hands down his third federal budget.
The government's highly anticipated election year spending plan will be unveiled tonight. Joining us now from Canberra, Sky News political reporter Ashley Gillen. Ash, the government's been playing down expectations for this budget, but there sure is no such thing as a budget without sweeteners.
Yes, that's right, Lee. And tonight we're expecting most of those sweeteners to go towards healthcare and the hospital and health system. Of course, we've already seen Kevin Rudd dish out around $5 billion or so as part of his health reform plans. Tonight we're expecting to see the Treasurer announce perhaps an extra $2 billion to boost, in particular, primary healthcare. And a lot of the reports we've been seeing over the last couple of days have been suggesting that GP clinics might be paid up to around $25,000 to hire more nurses. Now, to get some more reaction to that specific element of what we are expecting to see in the budget tonight, joining me here in Canberra is Belinda Caldwell, the CEO of the Australian Practice Nurses Association. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
We are seeing these reports that GP clinics will be encouraged to hire more nurses. No doubt that comes as welcome news to you.
Yes, for a long time we've been arguing that there's been insufficient funding going to general practice for nursing services, so if we see that tonight we'll be very excited.
And how much money are you expected to go towards that? We heard these reports of $25,000. Will that be enough to encourage more GP clinics to get on board?
The reports I read were $25,000 per GP. So that won't be per practice. So if that's the figure, that'll be a substantial amount of money.
And how will that actually benefit patients who need, of course, extra care and are finding that their doctors are a bit too pressed for time?
Well, one of the things that seems to be reported is that this is a block payment going to practices rather than what we currently have, which is sort of some money for nurses to do particular activities. So the nurses have been very restricted to doing immunisation, wound management, pap smears and a little bit of chronic disease management. And it's been incredibly frustrating in that we haven't been able to fully utilise what nurses are fantastic at doing. They can do a whole range of other tasks and other roles which we can't currently fund unless they bring a GP into the consult at the same time when that's not clinically necessary. So if we can get a more flexible funding package, we will be able to expand what nurses do.
And we're expecting perhaps also some money to help GPs come up with better infrastructure to house those nurses as well.
Well, that would be incredibly exciting as well, because what we currently have, we have nurses with desks in corridors, multiple nurses in one treatment room. And if you're trying to do, lifestyle counselling or pap smears and all those sorts of things, you need a private room. So if we can get private room for nurses, that would be great.
Belinda Caldwell, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Lee and Sharon, of course, the Treasurer keeps saying this is going to be a no-frills budget, but generally we are expecting the budget to be a lot rosier this year. Looking in terms of when the budget will come back to surplus, well, the forecast from last year was that it would be in around 2015. Now we're expecting the budget today to come back to about 2012, 2013. Also, we know, of course, that the government will be letting us know how it's going to be spending things like the revenue it will get from the mining tax and also the hike on cigarette taxes. We'll be looking at all of the speculation this morning on AM Agenda that's coming up at 8:15 this morning.
Okay, Ash, see you then.